Hello everyone, my name is Reegan Fischer, and the topic given to me for this week's discussion post was the Venezuela crisis. The Venezuela crisis began in 2010 and the country is still currently struggling. Hugo Chavez and Nicolas Maduro would be the dominant group because they made the rules for the Venezuelan society. Venezuelan citizens would be considered the subordinate groups because they suffer repression and humanitarian crisis from their dominant groups. Hugo and Nicholas were mainly focused on the economic status of their country rather than the well-being of their citizens, which largely segregated the two groups involved because obviously the citizens were more focused on their well-being, ability to get healthcare, daily resources, but the leaders of Venezuela at the time only cared about money. Nicholas tried to resolve the country's economic crisis by printing money. Obviously, this didn't work and only resulted in hyperinflation. Hyperinflation then caused the Venezuelan citizens to struggle financially with their daily needs and resources, which caused social stratification between Nicholas, other country leaders, and the citizens of Venezuela, because the country leaders, Nicholas and Hugo, did not struggle with buying food or getting their daily resources. However, the citizens of Venezuela struggled a lot with getting their daily resources like food, gas, or just adequate health care. The pattern of intergroup interactions that is evident in the Venezuela crisis is expulsion. Expulsion means the forced removal of a group from a territory. Because of the limited rights Venezuelans experienced, 7.7 million people have left the country since 2014. That is a lot of people, and I would not disagree with them leaving. They had, in the event of the Venezuela crisis, a lot of their human rights were violated, including people are entitled to all rights no matter what race, religion, sex, color, national origin, or political opinion. All are equal before the law. No shall be objected to wrongful arrest or detention, and everyone has the right to work without discrimination. And there's a lot more rights that have been violated in the Venezuelan society, and again, that is why expulsion is taking place, because the citizens almost feel like they have no choice but to leave, because if they were to stay, that's not really a life that you're living. You're just kind of always following orders from your government. Over the years, the economic status of Venezuela has improved slightly, but many citizens definitely still struggle with poverty. In light of Nicolas Maduro's re-election of president, there has been a lot of protests in Venezuela, and people are letting their voices be heard and disagreeing with the re-election of him as president. Unfortunately, a lot of these protesters have been killed and unjustly arrested because the country of Venezuela does not want to let these people's voices be heard, and they just want to keep the control and power over people, which is why people are getting killed and arrested. And another thing that has been happening here in the US to help Venezuelans is Doctors Without Borders. They have been going over to not only Venezuela but a lot of different countries to provide adequate health care for those who might not have it. This is very important because if they don't have adequate health care, they can die from very simple sicknesses that people here in the US, where we do have adequate health care, can just go to the doctor and be just fine. Thank you for listening, and I'm looking forward to hearing about all of your different crises. Thank you.